Happy Saturday. Just out here on a little run. It's pretty stinking hot today, and I've lost a lot of fluids. I've only been out here for a little over an hour. Probably just do maybe 5 more miles and go home. I haven't given a post-race report from last week, so I figured I'd do that now while I take a little walk break. So last week was the first sprint triathlon in a series of 3 this summer. A little longer than the summer. The last one's in October. Memorial Day, Labor Day, and then one like in the middle of October. And a sprint triathlon is a 1/4 mile swim, 15-mile bike ride, and a 5K run. It's not super strict with those distances from race to race, but that's generally the length of them, and that's what they use out in Crystal River. So first things first, I got 3rd in my age group. I had a really good race. Still a little fat and lazy after taking about a month off after my tough March. But I got in decent enough shape and kind of and literally like riding a bike. You never really lose it. But we had, I don't know the exact term for it, but it wasn't a rolling start for the swim where you go 1 by 1 across a timing mat. It was like a shotgun start. There was a wave of about 30 or 40 guys, and they put all the age groups together because it wasn't a huge turnout. Maybe it wasn't that many guys. Maybe it was about 20 or 30, because there was only about 100 people total. That's including some of the special waves that weren't in the age groups. Anyway, we all started at once, and that's always kind of the worst part of a triathlon, is the swim start, because you're all swimming together. You can't see because your face is in the water. You can't breathe because your face is in the water. So everybody's just kind of half swimming, half climbing all over each other. You can get kicked in the face. You can kick people in the face. You get punched in the face. It's a bloodbath. It's awful. But this weekend was probably the best wave start that I've ever had in terms of how I did and the group as a whole. We all kind of stayed on the same speed. Everybody kind of spread out, didn't get too close, and there wasn't really a whole lot of physical contact. We all just kind of went, and it was, all things considered, relatively peaceful. And so the swim started off really good. It's a lot easier to have a good race whenever the swim goes well. And it was only a 1/4 mile, so it flew by. Before I knew it, I was out of the water. Had a pretty quick and easy transition, and I got on the bike, and bike's kind of always where I shine. I have a good solid background of powerlifting, so I've got good legs for it. And I was able to give her about 80 or 90% the whole way on the bike without losing my breath. And it felt really good. I had a good strong bike the whole way. I think I averaged just under 22 miles an hour, which is a good pace. It's not my fastest pace, but again, I'm a little bit out of shape, but it was good. And then whenever it came time to do the run, I had a good transition going into the run. It was pretty quick and easy. And when I got to the run, things went pretty well. I didn't go all out. I've done that before, and I did okay whenever I was in tip-top shape. But I kept it around 7 to 8 minutes a mile for the 5K. Kept it not easy, but I didn't make myself puke. It was getting kind of warm, so I probably could have. But it went really well, and even though I wasn't really in top shape going into it compared to the other times that I've done this race. I've done it a good handful of times. It was up there among one of the best times I've had. So, you know, year over year of training is, you know, paying off. In the long run, you tend to get a little bit better as time goes by, as long as you stick with it. So yeah, it was a good time. And I got on the podium, which is always fun. In this series, it's sanctioned by USAT, USA Triathlon. And I don't remember the exact criteria, but if you get on the podium at least one of the races, or if you end up being on the podium for the overall series, you qualify for nationals. I've done that once before. I qualified for nationals, but then COVID hit and I didn't really want to travel during COVID, and I didn't want to risk it and travel that far just to do a sprint. But if I do qualify, I think I will, because I'd love to have that experience, and just to say that I've been to a national championship. So other than that, just a little bit slowly easing back into it, feeling good. I'm in a lot better mental place than right at the end of March. That break really did me some good, and I'm very happy and back to doing things because I love it, not because I feel like I have to. And things are going really well. Aside from just being busy in life, I've been doing a pretty good job, and I'll be picking things back up as the summer goes along. And late July is when I start my heavy training for the ultra marathon in December. So that'll be coming pretty quick. I'm gonna get back to running, finish up the last few miles and get showered and get some air conditioning, and I'll talk to you guys later.